When I went to law school, I knew that I didn't want to have a traditional law practice. What I really wanted to do was to essentially level the playing field for nonprofits. All these organizations doing great work that didn't have the money necessarily to pay for a big firm. I looked for an organization whose mission I really cared about, and that's how we got here.
I'm pretty much responsible for addressing psychosocial needs. And when you say psychosocial needs, you're pretty much talking about practical needs, finances, insurance, transportation, things that aren't really clinical but make a big difference in a person's care.
Back in 2009, I was diagnosed with an incredibly rare form of cancer called amyloidosis. And I'm blessed to find out 4 or 5 years later that it's not a systemic disease and it's more localized. This foundation does such a phenomenal job of servicing the 17 counties in North Georgia that I wanted to be a part of growing it.
I chose a career path in oncology social work because I find that being able to help people both with practical needs and emotional health at such a critical time in their lives, the caregivers' lives, and their family lives is so vital, and we can really make a difference.
We exist to help alleviate the financial burden on cancer patients that they're experiencing because of the disease. Cancer is widely recognized as one of the most financially devastating diagnoses that somebody can receive. My dad was diagnosed with cancer in June of 2013, and we found it very late. At the time when he was first diagnosed, we weren't sure what the prognosis was, but one of the things he said to me was, "I don't think I want to fight this if it's going to bankrupt your mom." And of course, we all said, "That's not a concern. We would do anything to keep you here." And he knew that, and all patients know that. But nobody should have to make that decision about, do I worry about what treating me and helping me survive is going to do to my family's finances?
So I've been involved with the Atlanta Cancer Care Foundation for 13 years. I can remember early on when I started working with the foundation to where we had only assisted maybe 75 people in that initial year, and as word expanded about the availability of this assistance and the needs started to increase, we've had almost a tenfold increase that I've seen.
We have wrestled over the past couple of years on a quarterly basis trying to decide how many patients we can serve effectively. And that's our biggest challenge, and that's where we're headed, is to figure out how we go about growing this so that we don't have to say no to anybody.
The design of the application process for financial assistance really is meant to be as efficient and quick as possible.
Either in hours or less than 24 hours, I've sent applications to ACCF and got real contact back. And that sometimes is priceless because the patient feels the urgency because it's their body. But then when they know that you understand the urgency as well, it just empowers them to continue on. Thank God ACCF likes addressing financial barriers. Recently, we had a homeless patient that came straight off the street into our hospital. This man had been on the streets for 10 years, got a non-Hodgkin lymphoma diagnosis. We put him in a personal care home, paid for him to stay there. And we took this guy from literally homeless to now getting his Social Security benefits to now looking for sober living environments, and he's doing better than ever. I tell you, it is more than gratifying. It is life-changing and eye-opening. It makes me feel like I'm, serving many purposes besides just working. I feel like it's a form of ministry, it's a form of giving back, and it's a form of making sure the right energy is being put out in the world.
In the next 5 years, I'd like to see the foundation be able to expand our pool for assistance so that we can provide additional assistance for those patients who come back with extreme circumstances.
I can only see us continuing to have growth, both in the number of people throughout the community that request assistance, and of course, for us being able to provide that. So my hope is that more individuals, more families, more businesses, other healthcare organizations partner with our foundation to help meet the needs of their patients and families.
We feel that we can double or triple our size in regards to the numbers of families and the finances that we need, we can't do it without you. We can't do it without your donations and bluntly asking for it. We need your help.
We do not have enough funds to be able to help every cancer patient who needs us.
Social workers can't do anything without resources. Without resources, we're all talk. Give, donate to the cause so this cause can continue.
I'm thinking about a couple who, it was last November, just before the holidays, reached out to us. An older couple had been retired for a number of years, had been very proud that they had always been able to pay their own bills, but had reached the point where they were going to lose their house. We were able to bring their mortgage current. They had a plan for being able to pay it going forward. Just being able to make that one-time bridge for them, this 70-plus-year-old couple was not suddenly going to have to live in a homeless shelter, and they were going to be able to fight this disease for as long as they needed, was huge. That was a good example of why we do this, and I love what I do, and patients like that is why. You can make a difference in patient lives tonight by stopping by our donation table. You can make a donation via check, or if credit card is better, we can handle that too. So stop by, make your donation, and know that you are making a difference in patient lives right here in Metro Atlanta. Thank you.